I'm Layla Krauss, and I'm going to be sharing a tool that I've used for the past year called conventional commits. And so conventional commits is a really easy way to have specific, readable commit messages. And if you are type A like me, you will like this. My favorite part about this is there's a structure and layout of how to write your commit messages. So you can see here we have a type, and I'll go over what some of those types are. You have an optional scope to pass in, and then you write your commit message, your description. You can also add an optional body or an optional footer. The different types you can use, the most popular are going to be fix and feat. So fix would be a bug fix. A feat means feature. So if you're adding a feature, you would use that. If you have a breaking change in that commit, you would usually note that by adding the bang symbol right after your type, as well as adding in your footer breaking change along with what that breaking change message is. And there's other types you can use too. These are just the most common. So there's build, chore, test. If you're adding a test in that commit, use the test type. So pretty straightforward, and there's a lot of great information on the website, examples. I wanted to show you, besides the fact that there's a lot of structure, which I enjoy, there are toolings that you can add to your projects to be able to automate some things for you. So you can use conventional commits to be able to bump your versioning on your project. Also, one of the big use cases is to automatically generate a changelog file for you that has all your commits. So I was going to just quickly show you. It's actually pretty simple to set up. So in this demo, if we go to my package.json, you can see the only dev dependency I have is this conventional changelog CLI. Installed that. I've got two commands that I can run, which I've made scripts for, to be able to initially create your changelog as well as update your changelog. So you can literally run npm run changelog, and it will update your changelog. In this main.js file, we just have one simple add function. Yes, there is a bug there that is intentional for the demo. And when I ran that initial changelog, this is what it generated. It generated this whole file for me, the version as well as the actual commit and a link to that commit, which is pretty cool. So let me show you really quick how you could write some of these commit messages. So looking at a PR I have, I'm not going to click into all these, but just so you can see, that example earlier I mentioned fix is really common. So if you have a bug fix, which that's what I did, I fixed that subtraction and used addition because it's an add function. I called it a fix. If you're adding a feature, you would use feat. So I updated that add function to accept multiple variable arguments as opposed to before where it was just one A plus B. Now we can accept multiple. That's a feature. Refactor, you'll notice what's something different here is I've added that bang symbol like I mentioned earlier. So this is a breaking change that indicates that. We completely changed the name of the function, and then in the footer of that commit message, I have a description of what that breaking change is. And then you can also use things like docs if you're updating documentation. From there, let me go to the correct version, the updated version. All I did was I manually updated the version in my package.json. Again, there's tooling you can add to automate that for you. And then I just ran the changelog again, and boom, we've got a new version. We've got all of our commit messages here automatically generated, as well as a nice section, and this is all formatted for you, of your breaking changes. So it's pretty cool. There's cool things you can do with it. If you haven't ever used it before, I recommend checking it out. And that's it.